Chapter 212. The male lead is unnecessary. The scene that Su Jingting and Jia Yishan were acting in was enough to make the entire movie cry. Just by looking at the situation at the filming site, one could tell that tears were about to flow into a river. Su Jingting and Jia Yishan were instantly out of character. But the girls at the scene were no longer calm. They were completely immersed in the show and could not extricate themselves. Sob, 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 sob. Don't separate them. Why did Shua marry a playboy emperor and fight with a bunch of concubines and even lose? It's just an act. Don't take it seriously. That's right, in the end, she didn't act like a mother to the world. Don't cry. The signature is more important. What autograph? Just take a photo, quick. 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 Let's take a photo together. Charge. The director was also happy. With a wave of his hand, he gave the girls present a chance to chase after celebrities. Film Empress Su and Jia Yishan were surrounded by the girls at the scene, taking photos and signing autographs. Jia Yishan smiled and cooperated. It was all thanks to Mr. Su that she was surrounded by so many fans for the first time. This feeling made her feel inflated. Sob, sob, sob. She had to work hard, so hard that she could rely on her popularity to have so many fanatical fans. What was even more exaggerated was that Xi Mingcheng, who was dressed in a dragon robe, had his eyes fixed on Mr. Su and Jia Yishan the entire time. It was obvious that Jia Yishan had been brought into the scene by Su Jingting. She was really a good teacher and a good foundation. It was hard for her not to become popular. He suddenly wanted to change the script. He wanted to get out of the emotional entanglement between the three of them and just let them be. Anyway, he had many beloved concubines. He did not need her alone. The funny thing was that the girl who had just finished taking a photo with Su Jingting and Jia Yishan rushed towards him and held his hand. "Your Majesty, please help them." Xi Mingcheng was speechless. He couldn't make the decision, sister. All right. His role as the male lead was redundant. Su Jingting removed his makeup and changed into casual clothes after he finished his act. Meanwhile, Jia Yishan was preparing for the next scene. It took her more than an hour to change into her costume, hairstyle, and makeup. When she stepped out of the dressing room again, Mr. Su was still there. Wasn't he usually very busy? Why didn't you go back today? There were too many people on set. Jia Yishan's phone was not with her and she did not have the chance to talk to Su Jingting. She was called to start filming. Harem was a historical drama and she was acting as a high and mighty queen. There were no intimate scenes, so it was fine even if she acted in front of Film Empress Su. It was just that she felt like she was showing off her skills in front of an expert, and it was quite embarrassing. With this thought in her mind, Jia Yishan couldn't help but have bad takes. After that, she had to force herself to completely forget the fact that Film Empress Su was beside her in order to get into character. Film Empress Su, who had seen through everything but did not point it out, stood at the side. Beside him was the diligent assistant Sun. Out of so many people, only assistant Sun knew about his relationship with Jia Yishan. If Film Empress Su wanted to chat, he could only talk to him. Sun Hong, do you think I've affected her mood? Assistant Sun thought to himself. I know you're still standing here. He did not dare to say it out loud, so he could only say, it's obvious that you're in her heart. Naturally, she can't be completely focused. Aren't you the same? Su Jingting looked at him meaningfully. He was quite clever. Assistant Sun continued. President Su, Miss Xia will definitely become famous this time. Su Jingting gave him a look that said of course.